All right, guys, we're back on the phone today. I'm having some technical issues here. Apparently, your screen recordings can fail because it just happened to me twice in a row. I've, just been talking to myself for the past 45 minutes, but it's all right. Anyways, yesterday, I think, when did I post my video? Yesterday or the day before, I made a video talking about the CDW trades that I took at the top of this range. Took one trade right here, took another trade right over here. And I think a few weeks ago, something like that, I made a video going sort of in depth into CDWs, the confirmations that I look for. But, these are turning out to be one of my favorite trading strategies because, basically it allows you to short the top or long the bottom of a range with a very specific strategy and a very tight window of invalidation. Of course, there are times when you get a wick that you could CDW in the middle. Doesn't always have to be at the top or the bottom of a range, but more times than not it is. And, basically the way I trade, I'm willing to short every single one of these wicks. I lock in profits quickly, put my stop loss to entry, pick out whatever profits I feel necessary, and then if I get stopped out, at least it's a break even or potentially a win. And today we got another very nice CDW trade opportunity. So I had that last high marked out right over here. Last night my trade got stopped out in profit. I was short from over here, but I ensured a profit, moved my stop loss to entry, and come morning time, I woke up and I noticed that we had gotten a move up, stopped out my short, but that we had also gotten another CDW of the highs, and we did have 3-minute divergences with momentum as we did that. And if you go down to the 1 minute, you guys know I like to look for the 1 minute confirmations for these. You can see that we took out that wick, leaving just a wick above that level. And we also had the 1 minute divergences in momentum and money flow as we came down for that last high. This was another great CDW trade, but by the time that I had woken up, we had already gotten this move to the downside, and I had missed it. I had missed the opportunity, but that doesn't mean that I won't be presented with another one. So the first thing I did, I pulled a fib retracement, and I waited for that golden pocket retest. And as we got that, we were continuing to print lower lows with the money flow. We were printing another 1 minute trigger wave. We were printing a 3-minute trigger wave right here with the money flow beginning to turn to the downside. And I also have to give credit to Boyan. I was in Jason Casper's VIP live stream, and him and Boyan were on, and Boyan mentioned the fact that we were getting some slight bearish absorption on exo charts. I didn't see it when I was looking at it on Coinalyze, but I guess that's why you use exo charts. It's much more detailed. Anyways, I was able to short that golden pocket retest there, and this resulted in a pretty nice trade. We pretty much immediately got a 4% move to the downside, a very quick move, and I locked in profits along the way down. I closed out a little bit more than half of my original position, but I wanted to leave a good little chunk of it open because I am seeing some things in the higher time frames that makes me think we could potentially see a move lower to maybe test some of these key levels that we have below us. So firstly, we got the 4-hour divergences with the momentum waves, not with the money flow. On the 4-hour, money flow is still very thick, but we do have clear divergence with the momentum waves as price is making higher highs here. But then if you go down to the 2-hour, start to see the money flow falling off, bleeding out, along with the momentum waves. If you go to the 1-hour time frame, you can see that clear money flow bleeding out. Things are starting to look top-ish here for sure. And if you look at the 24-minute money flow making lower lows in the red, overall, you can just see the direction on the 24-minute is appearing to be down for the time being. And so I am looking to hold a decent amount of that short, potentially down to some of these key levels that I have marked out below us. So first off, this is a level I talked about in my last video, but I missed something that is actually pretty important. So we have the lows of the range coming in at 20,250, and we also have a key support resistance level that we could fall down below those lows, CDW them, get a bounce off of that key support resistance level. That's pretty much what I was looking at. You can see support right there, all of this resistance over here. But what I failed to notice is this high volume node right here. Now, I know on some exchanges, this is the point of control. For me, the point of control is 19.1-ish. But on some exchanges, this node is the point of control. And so now I'd say this zone is looking a bit more juicy, a potential CDW into that high volume node, into this support resistance level. And then right below that, another level I talked about, we have that golden pocket right there. If I can click on it, if you pull a fib from this wick all the way down here, you can see we have that one wick kind of retesting this value area low as we broke above it. If you pull a fib from there, the golden pocket and 786 region is coming in right around here. We also have that trend line that I was originally looking at for potential resistance as we pumped up to there, but as you can see, we did not show that trend line any respect, but potentially we could respect it on the way back down, maybe retesting it for support before moving higher. That was one scenario I was looking at in my last video. But also, if you go to indicators and you open up this one, CME gap BTC by Anchi 1991. I don't know if this is a free indicator or not. You can try it yourself, I'm not sure. But what this will do is this will show you the CME gaps for Bitcoin, which if you don't know, the traditional markets, they close over the weekend, but Bitcoin, as you know, trades 24/7. So basically on Fridays when the traditional markets close and Bitcoin continues trading, come Monday when the traditional markets open up, there's this gap in price action if Bitcoin saw a move to the upside or to the downside. And most of the time, these gaps end up getting filled. And as you can see, this CME gap is coming in right around that trend line. We can actually come down right now and pretty much hit both of them at the same time. And that level also being in the middle of the golden pocket 786 region makes that a little bit more interesting for me. Also right below that, we have this interesting level here where we got the monthly. We have that 786 and an NDPOC. And this is a level I will be aware of, but I kind of have a feeling if we're going to lose this trend line, if we're going to get a move down to here, we will probably eventually find our way down to this point of control or this value area low. Doesn't mean that we can't find a good trade off of here. I will be watching these levels. We could potentially get a bounce from there. But I think the real key level, the most important level for Bitcoin definitely is this zone right here around the lows of the previous range. Because like I said, if we are unable to hold support anywhere in this range, specifically in this area, if we lose this, we are basically back inside of the old range again. And, that means we could potentially see much lower. But, while we're inside of this old range, we have the potential to find support somewhere in here and continue trading higher inside this range. So, things are definitely still uncertain, at least for the long term for Bitcoin, because it really depends on if we're able to hold this range or not. But, but despite it being so indecisive, you could say, there still have been plenty of great trade opportunities. I took 3 trades from the top of this. All 3 of them ended in a profit. I also had that long from like 16.9K, which is like right down here. So, it's been a really great trading week, despite me having to trade on my phone. I've still been making great trading plans, and the volatility has been here. And looking at market Cipher, seems like we could start getting volatility in the opposite direction. And who knows, maybe we can find a bottom somewhere, make a higher low, and then continue the upside volatility. Either way, I got plans in both directions. If we keep on pumping up, this zone up here interests me. I talked about this untapped monthly. We also got the value area high of this range coming in right below there, and we have this CDW, this potential CDW. So it makes sense that if we make our way back into this range, that at some point we'll make our way up to the top of it. And I may be looking for some longs to potentially ride up to that value area high. Really depends on what I'm seeing in market Cipher, but that's why we make trading plans. Anyways, I think that's all I wanted to go over in this one. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate the support, and I'll see you all in my next one.